In recent years, the concept of automatic controller has achieved a very important position in advancement of modern science, and automatic control systems have played an important role in advancement and improvement of engineering skills. Practically, every activity in our day-to-day life is influenced by some sort of control system. Concept of control systems also plays an important role in the working of space vehicles, satellites, guided missiles, etc. Such control systems are now integral part of the modern industrialization and industrial process and home appliances. And control systems are also found in a number of practical applications like computerized control systems, transportation systems, power systems, temperature limiting systems, robotics, and etc. And this chapter includes the concept of system and control system. Now let's get into the definitions. Now, what exactly is a system? System is a combination or an arrangement of different physical components which act together as an entire unit to achieve certain objective. Every physical object is actually a system. A classroom is a good example of physical system. A room along with the combination of benches, blackboard, fans, lighting, arrangement, etc. can also be called as a classroom, which acts as an elementary system. Another example of a system is a lamp. A lamp is made up of a glass. It contains a filament, which is also called as a physical system. Similarly, a kite, which is made up of paper and sticks, is also an example of physical system. Similarly, system can be of any type, that is physical, ecological, biological, etc. and anything. Now let's know what a control system is. A control system means to regulate or to direct or to command. We know what a system is, so we are using some sort or the other sort to control that kind of system. Hence, a control system is an arrangement of different physical elements connected in such a manner so as to regulate, direct or command itself or some other system. For example, in a classroom, the professor is delivering his lecture, right? The combination comes a control system as he tries to regulate, direct or command students in order to achieve the objective, which is to impart good knowledge to the students. Similarly, if lamp is switched on or off using a switch, the entire system can be called as a control system. The concept of physical system and a control system is shown in the figure. Here we have a lamp, which is a physical system, in the figure 1.12. In the second system, we are connecting it to a switch, and here the switch acts as a control system because we are trying to control the lamp with the help of a switch, and we are giving a supply for it. Whenever the supply is given and the switch is closed, the lamp gets blown up, and whenever the switch is opened, the lamp gets offed. And that's how we control a physical system. When a child plays with a kite, he tries to control it with the help of string. An entire system can be considered as a control system. In short, a control system is in the broadest sense an interconnection of the physical components to provide a desired function involving some kind of controlling action in it. So, now let's know what a plant is. The portion of a system which is to be controlled or regulated is called the plant or the process. Now let's know what the controller is. The element of the system itself or external to the system which controls the plant or the process is called controller. For example, for each system there must be an excitation and system accepts it as an input. And for analyzing the behavior, the system for such input is necessary to define the output of a system. Now let's know what is an input, output and disturbances. Okay, what is an input? It is an applied signal or an excitation signal applied to the control system from an external energy source in order to provide or produce a specified output is called as input. What is output? It is a particular signal of interest or the actual response obtained from the control system when input is applied to it. And what are disturbances? We have internal disturbance and the external disturbance. Now let us know what is a disturbance is. A disturbance is a signal which tends to adversely affect the value of the output of the system. See, when we are giving some input, we are expecting some output. But there is a small disturbance which is caused by the internal or external factors into the input, so that it causes some or the other disturbances. By that reason we won't get the proper output. The disturbances generated outside the system, acting as an extra input to the system in addition to its normal input affecting the output adversely, is called as external disturbance. If the disturbance is generated within the system itself, it's called as internal disturbance. Now let us see, and that can be explained with the help of a diagram, which is here. We are giving the reference input, which is a plant, and the controlled output. Okay. Now let us see, the control systems may have more than one input or output. It can have more than one or more inputs and one output. From the information regarding the system, it is possible to define all the inputs or outputs of the system. The input variable is generally referred as the reference input, and the output is generally referred as the controlled output. Cause and effect relationship between input and output for a plant can be shown in the figure. See, we are giving a reference input for the plant and we are getting a controlled output. Now let us see what are the classifications of the control system. Control system, we have natural, man-made, combinational, time varying and time invariant, and linear and non-linear. And now we have continuous time and discrete time. We have so many classifications like deterministic and stochastic, lumped parameter and distributed parameter, and single input, single output, multiple input, multiple output, static and dynamic systems, open loop or closed loop systems, generative and degenerative feedback systems. In that, mainly the open loop and closed loop systems will be very important. Let us see the classification of control systems in the next video.